what people think.
My name's Blurry Face and I don't care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I don't care what you think.
Hey, what's up, Aviator John here today, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what we've been doing in the past. So today we are playing Flight Simulator X, or FSX, or Microsoft Flight Simulator X, or whatever the hell you want to call it, and this is the Steam Edition version. So basically, we're going to be flying from PDX to PHX, which is Portland International Airport, to Phoenix Sky Harbor International, which is Portland, Oregon, to Phoenix, Arizona. It's about a 2-hour flight, and this flight will be cut into 3 videos, so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday videos. So I really hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is I need to give one person a shout out, and I need to introduce who I'm going to call with. So shout out to Lixoff, or however you pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce that. Shout out to you. Good. Thanks for. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Lixoff. I needed to give him a shout out, and I've been kind of putting it off for a while. So shout out to you. Link will be in the description, and if I'm not lazy enough, then it'll also be on the screen right about now. To go to his channel, so go subscribe to him, guys. He puts up some pretty good content of a ton of different games, so go subscribe to him. And I am in a call with Joseph. Say hi.
Hello.
Alright, so he's just gonna be cracking some jokes during the flight, and he's gonna be trying to connect to FSX. He's actually rendering his intro for his own channel right now, and it's taking up most of his CPU. Like 99% of his CPU is being taken up from the render of the intro. So he can't join right now, but he might join later. So let's go ahead and jump in the cockpit. So basically the only thing I've done is I came down to the FMC, click PMDG setup, state panel load, and long, and then execute. That's basically all I've done. So basically what we're gonna do is first let's go down to the FMC. We're going to go to FS Actions, go to Fuel, and I have something called Professional Flight Planner X, which basically calculates everything and our route and everything. I personally don't like the route for this flight. It's kind of weird, but whatever. So the release is 19,621, so 19621. Alright. That's good, and then we're going to go return and go to our payload. I used to mess around with the first and coach class and then the cargo and just mess around with that, or just like click random or full or whatever. But PFPX gives us our 0 fuel weight, which is our right here, our ZFW. Hey, what's up, guys? Aviator John here today with another Ultimate Driving video. So today we're going to be in undercover police patrol. It's not that funny. Alright, so basically we're going to set a 0 fuel weight. Our 0 fuel weight for this flight is 134,691, but basically you round that. So we are going to be doing 134.7, so 134.7. Go ahead and put that in. And that's good. Then what we want to do is we can go ahead and come up to the overhead upper panel, and we could switch our IRS switches to nav on both of them. Eventually those will switch over to a line, and then once it has a good strong signal, it'll start blinking. We don't need to do that. Oh my god, you're going through all my intros. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to menu, FMC, and alright, so it says enter IRS position.
He just know me.
Okay,
so
okay, Joseph. Okay, Joseph.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go to pause in it, and then we're going to put in our reference airport, which is our origin, so Kilo Papa Delta X-ray. Put that in, and go to next page, GPSL, previous page, set IRS position. We're going to go to routes, put in our origin, it's already down there, so just click that, and then you go to our destination, Kilo Papa Hotel X-ray. Go ahead and put that in there. Our flight number is Alpha Alpha Lima 1494. Go ahead and put that in right there, and we are taking off of runway 10 left. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to depth R. We're going to go departure from KPDX, taking off runway 10 left, and we're going to be doing a River 7 departure. So basically what happens, I'll show you guys this in a minute actually. So that's good, and then we're going to go ahead and click route, next page, and we're going to put in the routes. So we are going from there direct to Lima Kilo Vector, direct to Bravo Alpha Mike, and that's Battle Mountain. Then direct to ILC. What are you doing?
I was just you know, just
Okay.
setting.
Okay. That's in Wilson Creek, and then we are going direct to DRK, or Delta Romeo Kilo
Charlie.
And then we're gonna go ahead and go depth R, and we're gonna go arrival to Phoenix. We are going ILS 7 left, I believe.
We are?
7 left, and we are going Coyote 2, and our transition is Delta Romeo Kilo. And then we're gonna go ahead and click route, and make sure everything is good, no route discontinuities. So just bring that up, and that's good. All right, now we're gonna click activate and execute. Okay, so now what I was saying before, we could go ahead and come up here and change this to plan. Alright, so down here, basically what it's going to do, let me zoom out. Basically, it just has us go in this really long line. So if I go step, it just has us go all the way out here. And let's see if I can find the other line. Yeah, so it has us go all the way out there, and then LKV is right here. So basically, once we get into the air, we're going to move LKV up to the top, and then that's going to route us. Instead of going to the left, it's just going to make us turn right and go straight to LKV. And then we're going to go BAM, ILC, and then we get to the approach. And yeah. And it's kind of a funky approach, but whatever. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to map now. Alright, we're going to go init ref. No, sorry. We're going to go to indent. Pause in.
Go in your room.
Go to root. And we're going to go to perf init again. Just to get back to where we were. I could have just clicked init ref. Anyways. Gonna double click ZFW. Our fuel reserve, which is reserves, is 2,497 pounds of fuel. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna round that to 2.5. Our cost index is gonna be 35. I just put cost indexed anywhere from like 30 to 35. I don't really know much about that. I just know that companies, they do that for like either to get there faster or to help be more fuel efficient. Dumb. Alright. Now our cruising altitude is flight level 370. So put in 370 and do that. Everything else is good. It says max altitude. I'm just going to ignore it. So go ahead and click execute. And our transition altitude is 18,000 feet. That's where we change our barometric pressure to standard, which is 29902. In the UK, I believe it's 6,000 or 8,000 feet or something like that. But I don't usually fly in the UK, so I'm not sure. Alright, we're going to go ahead and click N1 limit. And clear to get rid of this thing on the bottom. We are going turn that off. Seriously, I'm trying to hurry.
But I'm listening to my videos. I'm so
Mute
sorry.
your mic then.
Okay, I sure will.
Alright, so we're going 22K D-rate or takeoff derated takeoff 2. And then we are going to be limit climb. And go ahead and go to the takeoff page. We're going flaps 1. double click CG for center of gravity. And our trim is 6.2, so we'll go ahead and set that in a little bit. We could do V1, VR, and V2. Our V1 and VR speed are both 160, and our V2 speed is 163. V1 is the point at which you have to take off. There's no stopping. You can't pull back on the throttle and just cut out on the takeoff. VR is the point where you can lift. You could turn up, basically. You could pull back on the yoke and start pulling up. And V2 is committed to fly, and you're good to go, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to this MCP. We're going to go ahead and turn our V2. We're going to put on our V2 speed, which is 162. And we're going to set our heading, which I know with this runway is 105, because I was actually flying from here yesterday, because we're taking off 10 left. Our altitude, we're just going to go straight up to cruising altitude, 37,000 feet. And we're going to go ahead and turn on our flight directors and VNAV and LNAV. Then we're going to come up here and get all this set up. So we're going to go ahead and turn on our yaw damper. We're going to go ahead and turn on the left forward fuel pump and turn on the APU down here. Make sure the APU bleed is on and the isolation valve is open. We could go ahead and everything else on this row looks good so far. We can arm our emergency exit lights. We could turn on the fasten seatbelt signs and turn on the no smoking signs. We can go ahead and make sure your hydraulic pumps are in this position. Wing and anti-ice not on right now. Make sure our window heats are on. Restrict fans are on auto. Your packs, LPAC and RPAC, are off. Isolation valve is open. Engine bleeds and APU bleed is on. And we could switch this to our cruising altitude, which is 37,000 feet. And I usually don't mess with the landing altitude. Alright, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go down here. We can get ATIS to get our barometric pressure. So go ahead and, because we
Kilo
have
Papa Delta X-ray airport information Echo 2153 Zulu weather wind 065 at 16 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 4,500 temperature 27 dew point 3 altimeter 2995 advise on initial contact you have information Echo Kilo Papa Delta X-ray.
Alright, she said, I forgot what it's called. She said this is 299.5. You can hear that? That's weird. Okay, so we could go ahead and set our parking brake. Alright, we are going to go through the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen. Let's test that really quick. Oxygen is good. Navigation, transfer, and display switches are normal and auto. Good. Window heat is on. We turn that on. Our flight and pressurization mode selector is auto. Flight instruments heading 105. Altimeter 299.5. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers are cut off. Okay. Pre-flight checklist complete. And we're going to go ahead and double check everything just as we're going to taxi. So we could go ahead and get rid of this master caution, or this caution light. Alright, we're going to go to menu, FS actions, doors. We're going to close the front door. Go to next page and close the cargo doors. That's going to close that. And cargo doors are closed. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go inside, go in previous page, and close the air stairs. Alright, now what we could go ahead and do, we could turn on the APU. So go ahead and click these two buttons to turn on the APU. We can, now what we could do is we can, I'm sorry, mind blank. Okay, what we could do is we could turn all the fuel pumps on now. We can go ahead and come down to the FMC. We can go to return ground connections and get rid of the ground power. And we can, let's see what else. Alright, now what we could do, we are basically good to go on that part. Everything is good. Alright, before start checklist, please. Flight deck door closed and locked, but you could check by these lights off right here. Fuel, we have 36.8 thousand, or I don't know what I'm saying. Fuel, 19,621 pounds, and pumps are on. Passenger signs set on, and no smoking on. Let's see. Windows locked. MCP V2 156, heading 105, altitude 37,000. Takeoff speeds V1 160, VR 160, V2 165. CDU pre-flight is completed. What we could do now is we could go ahead and start this. Make sure
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Please stow your carry-on luggage under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, and take your seats as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Alright, rudder and aileron trims free and zero. Taxiing takeoff briefing will start once we start pushback, and the anti-collision light can go on now. Pre-flight or before start checklist completed. Alright, what we are going to do now is we are going to request our pushback. So just to make sure, we are going to go on this button right here. We're going to click the top left button for ENG, and it's going to put this up. That's just going to be for pushback. So we're going to, on the FMC, go return pushback, and we need to get rid of the wheel chocks. Make sure your parking brake is set too. So we got rid of the wheel chocks, so now we could go to pushback, and we are going to be pushing back. Let's go straight, push back 90 feet, and straight length 90, and we're going to be turning 90. Alright, let's go ahead, and everything is good. Okay, click start.
Ground, cockpit. Go ahead, Captain.
You can, never mind.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air are clear, doors closed, we are ready for pushback. Release parking brake, please.
Release parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is on, clear for push.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap.
Alright, we could go ahead and start the
the upper
engines.
portion of the buckle.
Go to the right side and turn this to
We suggest that you keep your
GRD for
seatbelt
ground.
fastened throughout the flight.
Wait
as we
for
may
this to
experience
get to
turbulence.
20.
There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide which may also be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear
Oh
in front
shoot.
of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, and breathe normally.
My bad.
Although the bag will not inflate, oxygen is flowing. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. A life vest is located under your seat. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Put
Alright,
it
go
over your
ahead and
head,
switch this
pass
over
the straps around your
and
waist
turn that
and
to
adjust
ground.
it at the front.
And wait for
To
this to be at
inflate the
20.
vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when leaving the aircraft. You can also blow into the mouthpieces on either side of the vest. Electronic devices like calculators, CD players, laptop computers may be used when the seatbelt sign is off or when permitted by your crew. Mobile telephones, remote-controlled toys, or any electronic device operating with an antenna must be turned off at all times. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. You will find this and all other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Alright guys, basically what I did there is I basically forgot to switch this to the left because our runway is over here, not over here. So basically I forgot to switch this to the left. So basically I stopped it for a second, I switched it to the left, and I don't know why I did that. Actually I do, because we started to turn and I did not want to turn. So basically I just made it take us back for a little bit longer, and now we could just turn straight left. Alright, what we could do, we could get rid of this caution light, and we can now go through the stuff to do after the engine there started. So we could do now is we can go ahead and switch on our auto brake to RTO. We can set our flaps to setting 1 for a takeoff, and we can click attend for flight attendants to go sit in their seats. We could switch off the generators to Gen 1 and Gen 2 for the engines. We could turn off the APU. We could get rid of the APU bleed. We could turn the isolation valve to auto. We could turn on the LPAC and RPAC. We can turn on electric 2 and electric 1 hydraulic pumps. We could turn on the probe heats, and we could switch this over to Gen 1. Let's see, what else do we need to do? We could turn on our taxi lights, turn on our runway turnoffs, and everything else looks good. We can switch our engines to continuous, and everything else looks good. I don't know why this light is on. That light usually doesn't go on, but it's set to auto, so it will probably fix it. Okay, that's reassuring. Okay, we could go ahead and turn on our TCAS, and everything else is good. Alright, what we could do now. Alright, before taxi checklist, please. Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice as needed off, isolation valve auto, engine start switches continuous, recall checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levers idle, detent, flight controls. Let's check those really quick. So go ahead and click SYS right here. That brings down the screen. Basically, this checks that they're all working. Alright, good. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear. Before taxi checklist complete. Alright, we could go ahead and start our taxi. So with the PMDG 737, you do not need much power to start moving. So basically we're just going to turn it a little bit until we start moving. There we go. Alright, you use your rudders. If you did not know this, you use the rudder to turn. Basically, while you're on the ground, the back rudder is disabled. Well, I don't know. Never mind. Okay, so basically, you use your rudders to turn when you're on the ground. You don't turn it like that, because you could tell I'm turning, and that's not turning. But you use your rudders while you're on the ground to turn. Alright, we want to maintain a speed of 20 ground speed. You can see that up here. Right here. You want to keep a ground speed of 20, and when you're turning, keep it on a 10. So we're going to go ahead and just get up to the end of the runway up here, hold, and once we hold, we will turn everything on as needed, and then we will start the before takeoff checklist. And then we will go ahead and line up on the runway and take off. Alright, go ahead and slow down. Stop here. Set the parking brake, and we could go ahead and turn on our landing lights. We can switch these strobe lights to position and strobe. We could turn off the taxi lights. and everything else looks good. Attend the flight crews. Tell them we're getting ready for takeoff. We could switch off this SYS thing. Just click menu down there. Before takeoff checklist, flaps setting 1 green light. Stabilizer trim, we forgot to do that. It was, let's go down here and check that. Trim is 6.19, so we're just going to go ahead and set that as close as we can to get to it. There we go. Alright. American 1494 cleared for takeoff, runway 10 left. Alright guys, I realized that we're in the air, and I totally forgot to do this on the ground. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Go subscribe to Licksoft. Link will be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys tomorrow in the takeoff to descent video or whatever, or however I plan to do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and see you tomorrow. Peace out. See you guys next time.